welcome to Sippin with My Bitches with your hosts, Marissa and Nadia.
Welcome back, bitches. We missed you.
How's all of your week have been? I can't talk right now.
All of your week have been. Remember last time we ended because I think that Nadia's words are just so adorable. Successful, excited. Now is when.
You know when you're so tired you can't even think? It's been a crazy wild week for me. I've been busy running around. I haven't really had time to really get some like good rest. So I think that's why
I don't think you ever get any rest.
No, I'm a vampire at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to suck your blood.
Ooh, bitch, please do.
Okay.
You know, one thing I've noticed since I'm editing the podcast, I swear all of you could play a drinking game with the amount of times I said like and yeah. Did you notice that at all?
No.
Oh man, you guys will have to like there I go again. You guys will have to comment if you noticed that at all, because I did, and I told myself, okay, I need to number down the amount of times I say like and yeah, like
Yes.
yeah.
You know what I noticed? Something to help on that is something I already know what I need to do, but I don't do it, is instead of saying like or okay, you just take a minute to just kind of pause and like you really gather your thoughts and then speak. This is something I already know, but I don't do it, but I need to have more discipline.
Yeah, I won't be able to do that.
Me neither.
It's just my brain doesn't work like that.
Me
I'm just someone that just says what I need to say, and then if I regret it, then I'll apologize for it later.
No. Sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah.
We said what we meant to say.
Yeah. Today's not the sorry podcast, is it, Nadia?
No, this week is definitely not the sorry podcast.
Yeah. Last week, I feel like it was a sorry podcast.
Maybe I was just on my feels. I don't know.
You were.
But you know what? Fuck our feels. Let's get a fucking sip. I'm thirsty as fuck.
Yeah. Let's ching ching to episode 3.
Episode 3. Cheers.
Bam, bam. All right. So what was going on this week, Nadia?
Oh, in my work week or just my week in general?
Well, I was talking about the show, but yeah, that too.
Oh, I had my ex-boyfriend visit me from Virginia. We're just friends, strictly just friends. No friends with benefits.
So strictly no dickly.
Definitely no dickly. I'm trying to de-virginize myself, like born again virgin. Hello, welcome.
Lies.
Girl, I'm in the whole April shower brings me flowers. Gotta like protect my flower down here. You know what I mean?
April shower is about getting that poom poom wet then.
I'm trying not to get anything hosed near my face or my little flower over here. I'm trying to keep this garden clean, okay?
You're not trying to pollinate, obviously, this
month.
month.
Absolutely not. Like, this beehive is shut down.
No queen bee action.
No, but I do want to tell my listeners a little bit something. So I dated him when I was really young, when I was like in my early 20s, like 21, 22. But I did throw his laptop off my balcony.
Oh my God.
I did an Instagram live with him. I'm like, let's do an Instagram live so I can tell him about that time I threw your laptop off the balcony. But it was for a good reason. But we're still friends.
Yeah. When she told me the story, I thought she meant she literally threw his laptop off the balcony like earlier this week. I'm like, no, Nadia, we don't do that anymore. We don't do crazy bitch energy stuff like that anymore, okay?
No, we have grown a lot then, spiritually, mentally. So yeah, we're in a different phase in our life.
Yeah, you know, we don't do the lashing out. Now we just do toxic girl shit.
Give us an example. What would be a toxic girl shit?
Oh, so toxic relationship is like bone tracking, you know, secret.
So basically we're getting smarter with technology.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Secret phone tracking. There it is.
Okay, mad at that?
Sebastian, I am not secretly tracking your phone. Well, all right. This is a podcast about Pooch Perfect. So let's talk about Pooch Perfect. This week, it is all about PRIDE, right?
Yes.
And GOATS.
Wait, what? Oh, I was like, what did you spell? Oh my gosh, a bitch can't speak or she can't spell. GOATS.
It's really good. Adrian did a good goat call too.
He did.
That's a sheep. All right. First, we're going to talk about Macy and her goat. Her goat, she has a flame. She's thinking of doing a flame design, which I think sounds really cool. She sees that there's a mohawk on the goat, and that's what gave her inspiration. What else can you tell me about Macy's goat, Nadia?
I thought it was really funny with Macy's and Corinna's goat theme because they gave her a freaking personality. Basically, she's like, this goat, she's a strong, powerful woman. She doesn't care about her feelings. She releases her bladder and bowel movement.
That sounds like you.
Maybe.
Well, you always talk about how good your bowels are, so that's why I was thinking about you.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm definitely going to need like a granny diaper later on in life because I always hold my pee by grooming the dogs. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go pee after this next dog.
Who's a groomer that holds in their pee? I'm sure we all raised our hands, right?
Yeah. And if you didn't, then you're a vampire as well.
What else about Macy?
For Macy, she was a little bit worried on, this is the first time she actually was nervous and felt like she couldn't execute her design. She was trying to do a mohawk down the spine, but the hair wouldn't stay up. So she was quite nervous.
Well, yeah, like the goat hair is like terrier hair, right? It's a bit harder to manage. It's not as malleable as you say, like a more curly coated. Like if it was a sheep, you could do anything to it. So what did you think of her final design then?
I love the concept, but I just don't feel like the execution was there. But I liked it. I just felt like maybe the nerves got the best of her and Corinna. But yeah, overall, I feel like, they did everything that they could for the challenge. I'm sure it's probably difficult working with the goat in the first place.
Yeah. I really liked it. I like the colors. I think I just really love the like red, orange, and yellow color combination. It's definitely like the first three colors of the rainbow. So I think that's why I like it. That is ROY. Yeah, it is the first three colors of the rainbow.
Okay.
I really liked the design. I thought it was cute. I thought the color was nicely applied. The judges didn't seem to like it very much. So, but damn judges.
Yeah, what do they know? Just kidding.
Yeah.
But you know what? The judges, they did look a little bit disappointed, and I think they were just expecting more because like week after week,
she just
so far,
brought it.
Yeah, she just brought it, especially after
that
the
donut.
Mm-hmm. So then when they saw the flame, they're like, it's cute, but mediocre.
But what can you do on a goat?
A lot. So we're gonna go into our next contestant to see if they brought it.
So next was Alyssa, and her concept was clouds and flowers, and I'm like, oh bitch, are you getting into a mind of Arissa right now? Like clouds and flowers and unicorns and happiness and sprinkles.
She was totally channeling into the inner Arissa that she was, into clouds and butterflies and rainbows.
Yeah, that's me. But all right, so Alyssa's concept was clouds and flowers, but girl, even though everything was so cute and happy with her goat, she was like becoming an emotional wreck.
Oh yeah, she was like in verge of tears, and she's like, "I don't think this is enough." And then sweet Justin, Justin says, "We got you." I thought that was such a cute moment. But yeah, this is the first time you could tell like she is about to just like lose her shit. She starts crying. Yeah. She ends up making like a pink 3D flowers.
That was Bob.
Oh, yeah, with jewels on it, and had these like green petals. out of the flowers, which I thought was really cool because she made it all out of fur. And then she also painted the toes pink, and it had little green cuffs. It reminded me of like a hula dancer. You know how like the hula dancers have the I thought it was really cute. Out of all her crying, I'm like, oh, she's not gonna make it. But when I saw the ending, I'm like, wow, I really like it a lot. However, the judges didn't seem very impressed, and I was like, okay.
I know. Do you think, what is ABC doing to them? Do you think they're just like starving them and making them not sleep? So this is like, oh my God, I just can't anymore.
And do you think Justin's just like patting her on the back, like, there, it's like, it's okay.
100 G's.
It's like,
100 G's.
We got the next one. You can make it. Let's just make it on this one. Just breathe. Just breathe.
Oh, that's really nice. That would be really nice. My boyfriend would be like, 100 G's.
This tickles.
100 G's, babe. 100 G's. Cheer up. Cheer up, babe. 100 G's.
100 G this G-string.
No, I don't wear that.
They need to bring that back.
No, booty floss.
I like the booty floss.
Booty floss. Booty floss.
Remix.
Next is Adrian. And you know what? He has a secret for everybody. His secret is he's already worked with goats. He's confident. He was like, you know what? I got this. This is my challenge. I'm a goat with a goat or for a goat. I'm goat for goat.
Yeah, and he was talking about how his mom, neighbor had a goat, and he wanted to color his mom's like neighbor's goat. So he was definitely confident about this challenge a lot. So his concept was they want to do a fire and ice concept.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool because Adrian was saying he's ice and Bria's more fire, so they wanted to combine both of their elements into this goat. And they had just like, I love the color palette execution. I thought he did a great job. I love the colors. He put a little bit of bling on it.
Yeah.
And I was just so relieved. I'm like, thank God, no more freaking cuffs.
No more pink.
No more ombre. Like, yeah, no more pink especially. But I just thought the colors he picked were really beautiful. It was well blended in. And I liked a different concept of fire and ice.
Yeah. I think we would both be fire and fire.
We would definitely be fire. And also, a bitch don't like the fucking cold. That's why I live in California now. Okay.
True. I don't mind the cold, but I like warmer temperatures better.
Yeah. I like any weather that can have no bra and no pants. Team no pants.
Yeah, I sleep with no pants on.
As soon as you come back from work, Arissa, what's the first thing you take off? Besides like your shoes, you know?
Well, the first thing I do take off is my pants because I'm someone that runs to the bathroom to go pee. Every single time I walk in the bathroom, my boyfriend, like, it's like a standing joke between us. I open the door, I go, I gotta pee. And he goes, of course you do. You know, because I just hold it in throughout the rest of the day. So the first thing that come off are my pants.
I agree with you. Mine's pants. And I don't wear like a bra at work. I wear a sports bra. So I'm like, oh, like this is going to require some work. So my shirt has to come off first.
Yeah. I've stopped wearing bras. I only wear these like bralettes. So I'm in line to have some saggy ass titties by 40.
Nah, it still look good.
Well, with Adrian, this is going to be our tea of the week. Would you like to spill the tea of the week?
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for it. Are you guys ready?
It's fun. It's good tea, though.
Yeah, it's good tea.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys? We got unblocked.
So Adrian unblocked us, and we're all friends now. Not that we weren't friends, but like, you know, we just have an understanding.
We didn't even get an opportunity to be friends in the first place because he blocked us. But he definitely made amends, and he DM'd us, and he's like, hey, girls, I actually listened to your podcast, and it's actually he actually really enjoyed it. So shout out to Adrian. I'm glad we can all be or get to know each other to become friends.
Exactly.
And we're going to hopefully grab lunch one day soon.
Yeah, if you ever come to LA. I promise we won't bite. All right. Well, thanks for unblocking us, Adrian. Shout out to you because you did a really good job on your color dye. I like Jorge said, it was like good technical application, kind of like the whole like little tie-dye-ish effect. You kind of had that theme throughout the whole episode, tie-dye.
Yeah.
Like he even had that tie-dye hat on.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I actually...
He's like, a bitch gonna do tie-dye this week.
we gotta tie-dye this up.
Yeah. Okay. So next we have Blake and his Goatosaurus Rex.
You know what? I was like, thank God he's not doing anything with the ass or anything with the bum area. He switched it up and he made it a point. He's like, I'm still on a quest to freaking kiss ass to Jorge.
Yeah.
Like, team, let's go, Jorge. And I'm like, I don't know what is up with that. But I'm like, okay, thank goodness we're doing something different. So he decided to do a Goatosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
So he like did some carve out of triangles like a dinosaur, and the parts that were carved out, the naked part, he made it all green. I wasn't really too impressed by it, but I did like the fact he went out of his comfort zone. He showed something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I did appreciate that fact. Oh, and also his goat, when it came from judging time, it was doing this.
It was going, ugh. Did it not look like Jorge? When it was like,
I thought I looked like.
So for those of you listening to the podcast, I'm perching my lips up to do duck lips to make it look like Jorge's lips.
The upper lip will be like quivering.
It's like, but they looked identical.
Arissa was like saying that it looks like Jorge, and I was like, I think it looks like Blake. Maybe it looks like both of them.
You know, the dinosaur, I was like, could be a dinosaur. It could be a turtle.
That's really true, because it could have been a turtle too. I just wasn't really impressed by it. It was one of my least favorites.
I was just like, you know what? Who knows what it could be? But like, I like the triangles on the coat. I thought that was cool. I didn't fuck with the ice cream suit, but what I did fuck with was his cousin. Can you remind me his cousin's name? Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's donut shirt. I did like that donut shirt.
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
Oh, so it was like a shirt, right? It was pink, and it just had like the sprinkles on it. Oh, it was just like kind of simple, but it had like rainbow sprinkles on it. I was like, ooh, that's cute. I would wear that.
Okay. But Jorge, he's like, I like it. And then finally Blake and Bobby, they jump for joy, like, yay. But then Jorge threw some like little fucking shade in. He's like, so he said he liked it, but he's like, I'm not used to his outfits. I was like, damn, the shade.
Right. He can't just give him a compliment. Mm-hmm. So does Jorge secretly just not like Blake or something?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what's the real tea behind all of this?
Do you guys know each other? Like, did something happen?
Like I said, slide through my DM. Any tea you guys have each week, please feel free, because we are the TMZ, the Shade Room, the Perez Hilton, but we're going to keep it real and good criticism. Yeah,
maybe Jorge is like his secret daddy or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like, what if there's like a storyline there?
What if Jorge is his sponsor?
What does that have to do with anything?
Like, you know, like you said, secret daddy. Like, he's a sponsor. He sponsors Blake. He's like, bitch, I'll pay for everything, but you got to keep it on the hush hush.
No, I meant like Luke, I am your father.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Possibly. Who knows? We'll never know unless you guys spill the tea. So let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Nah.
Next. Is that good?
That was really good.
I like that. All right. Next we have Deb and Jordan. They decide to go wild and do leopard print.
This is a leopard print done right, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that was one of the nicest leopard prints I've seen. It's very clean.
Well, the spots were very
precise.
But yes, Deb and Jordan's leopard print, it was really well executed. I thought the spots were just spot on. And you know, Deb was living for this challenge. She loves the goats. She has a farm full of like quails and chickens and all that good business. But what made my head turn was that she has bedazzled cockroaches.
Let's say it again, ladies and gentlemen. She had bedazzled cockroaches.
What in the actual FUCK?
Deb,
Are they Swarovski crystals?
She probably would.
Oh my God. I would never.
I would never either. Deb, if you want to bedazzle all these cockroaches, come to LA, because there's tons of them here you can bedazzle.
Oh my God. So like, do you think like, wow, she's bedazzling?
First off, how do you even fucking catch one? Do you grab like a glass jar and you're like,
are they dead? Wait, are they dead?
No,
Do you
no,
think
babe.
they're dead?
No, they're alive, babe.
Well, how in the fuck do you bedazzle a cockroach while it's alive?
She probably catches them like Pokemon cards, and she's like, "Okay, today you will be the one to be bedazzled."
So no, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, does she have it on like she has like tweezers and she's like holding it still with the tweezers while she's bedazzling the armor.
She's probably wearing like a cat glove, like what we use for cat like grooming, so they don't like scratch. It's probably like a cat glove, and then like, or maybe she asks her son, "It's like, hey, hold this cockroach while I bedazzle it."
Oh my god. Do you think she's smiling the whole time?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. You know what? I was going to say something, but it sounds a little bit fucked up, so maybe I won't say it.
No, say it.
I was going to say maybe for Christmas, I can get her a bunch of Raid. It's like a gag humor, but maybe that's not so funny. Actually,
no, that's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny, but
no, we should just get her some jewels. The fucking cockroach bedazzle. That is some funny fucking shit. I've never heard of that before, but hey, whatever floats your boat. We're gonna go on to the next person because I could talk about these bedazzled cockroaches forever. Next we have Phil. He is doing a Mardi Gras concept on a goat, but I think it's simple.
So I was actually really excited. I like Phil and his partner Josh.
Yeah.
I like their concept, but sometimes it's like the matter of execution. I think that goes with each and every one of these contestants.
Yeah.
Because he has really creative ideas.
Mm-hmm.
He did do one like cry now. What is it? Laugh now, cry later faces, like the Mardi Gras. It was purple and yellow. He put some glitter on it. I wasn't really that impressed. It just kind of looked like he just kind of drew it on, even though it was a carve out, and he just stuck like a bunch of Mardi Gras beads on the goat.
Right. Yeah. It was just kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, I need a really fast and easy concept. Well, obviously they only have 2 hours anyways, so I understand. But it just wasn't my favorite because it was just carving out the face on the goat, and then you just put eyelashes and the Mardi Gras beads on it.
I did like the eyelashes though. I believe it was like purple eyelashes or something like that, but I did like the lashes.
Yeah.
And just to let you guys know, especially the pet parents who are at home and listening to this, they are still using pet safe glue. This is still done by a professional, and these eyelashes are specifically made for pets. I just want to make it very clear on that.
Yeah. Well, we're going a little hard in on Phil that we don't like it that much. So, Nadia, what would you do then if you were to do this challenge on a goat?
If I had this challenge, I would like to do something either with zodiac or something with astrology.
You would, bitch.
I know. Like, you guys know, I'm like, I love horoscopes. It's like, what's your sun, moon, and rising? I need to know right now, bitch. You don't know? Okay, you need to call your mom right now. Okay, your mom doesn't know? We need to call the hospital, bitch. Like, right now. Speed dial it now. Oh, wait, you don't have the number on dial? Let's make a road trip.
Wait, you're adopted and you don't know anything about yourself? Fine, I will make it all up for you.
I'm like, hold on. We're going to have to go see a psychic or a medium who has the records of all the time to go check exactly when you were born, when the stars aligned. But yeah, I would definitely do something astrology, maybe like put some moon carvings or some planets. I would definitely make the goat part like a shooting star. So it like hangs down. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. What would you do, Arissa?
I think I would make my goat like into a full on like kung fu goat. Kung fu or like samurai goat. So basically, like, like those old kung fu movies, turn my goat into that because obviously it has a goatee. So like, dye the goatee black, and then I would put, maybe like a samurai bun on top of the head.
Okay.
That is if I'm turning into a samurai. But if I were to do like more kung fu, then it would have to be like a ponytail. Just kung fu the fuck it up.
Come on, Kung Fu Panda. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. And then last but not least, we have...
No, we still have 2 more. So we have Risa and Gabriel. So next is Risa, and we finally get to have a little like moment with Risa. They introduce her.
Finally. Yay! Welcome.
Yes. Episode what, 3?
Episode 3. And they finally told a little bit about herself.
Yes.
So she's been grooming for
30 years.
30 years. And she wrote 3 books,
Mm-hmm.
literally these huge books of Asian fusion grooms.
Yeah.
But on her goat challenge, she decided to do some flowers, but her goat kept trying to lick off the flowers.
That goat's name was so cute. The goat's name was Fairy.
Aww.
And so her inspiration was the goat. And so she wanted to do like flowers and something like fun and ethereal. And I really liked the idea of that concept. I was like, I love this for the goat. But the goat was like, no, I'm going to eat the flowers. I want nothing to do with this.
And then I'm going to gland it out like, blah!
Gland it out. Oh my God. Gross. Don't ever say that near me again.
I'm sorry.
All right. So the goat was trying to eat the flowers off. What did you think of the actual masterpiece? Or was it a masterpiece?
Girl, when I saw the final result, I said, what the fuck is that? It looks like a little kid literally drew on their parents' wall and like literally like flowers, like they got the markers and the mom comes in and it's like, Timmy, what have you done? What the fuck is this?
Probably because the goat just ate it off.
Yeah, but I feel like a little kid's art would have done better. I was not impressed. She literally used stencils the whole time. Yeah. I understand that little fairy over there was kind of hungry and had the munchies. But come on, this is $100,000. Rissa, do you want to go home with that tacky trophy and not the money? Come on.
Next is Gabriel. We have Gabriel. His inspiration was unicorns, and he had wings and hearts on the goat. But I will say, fuck, how did he make a wings on a goat look like that? Because it looked like a poodle coat. Who someone else last week, we were talking about Macy and the donut. Like, how did you fluff up a Maltese coat to look like that? Same question to you, Gabriel. How did you fluff up a goat's coat? That's a hard word to say. Goat's coat, goat's coat, goat's coat, goat's coat, goat's coat. Okay, it's not that hard. How did you fluff up a goat's coat to look like some fluffy ass coat?
True that, because that unicorn goat inspiration, it was flying for me, baby. I loved the colors. It was like lavender and soft pink. It's a very light pastel colors.
Yeah.
And like Arissa said, the 3D carving for that wing was phenomenal. Even just like the lines for the wings, it was very symmetrical on both sides, and I liked it. It was simple, but really like well executed, in my opinion. It was one of my top 3 favorites for this challenge.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. It was still, like I said, it was still simple, but everything was well done. So those are the contestants for the Immunity Perpetuity Challenge. And we find out that our winner
before we say the winner, who do you think, who was your favorite winner? You want to say on count of 3? Who was like your favorite on the challenge?
No, I have to think about it again. My favorite one out of all of them? Oh, okay, I'll say it. Yeah, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Alyssa.
Adrian.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I really liked Alyssa's flowers. I thought they were beautiful.
You know what? I was like kind of torn between Adrian and Alyssa, but I feel like Adrian really brought it this time, and I like the colors. The tie-dye was just so beautiful.
Yeah. The winner is Adrian, which he deserved. I thought finally we have an underdog, rise up to the challenge. So
ATO.
Yeah, ATO.
Congratulations, Adrian and Bria. I really loved the design for Fire and Ice. So very well done.
Yes. And after the winner, the judges, they tell us who the bottom 3 are, which is Rissa, Alyssa, and Macy. And at this point, Alyssa is having a meltdown.
I thought she did great. She was, like I said, she's my top 3 favorite. Yeah. It was Adrian, Alyssa, and Gabriel for my personal favorite for that challenge.
They must not be feeding her or something. Like something is happening behind the scenes to make that girl just go off the walls. Well, let's get into the ultimate challenge. So the ultimate challenge this week is Pride, which is
Yay.
just really amazing because I think it's a really great representation of the grooming community. I think all of us groomers were just a bunch of creatives, and us creators, like we're kind of misfits of the world, right? We kind of felt like we never really belonged anywhere. So the grooming world for me has kind of been like that outlet. But what I appreciate Pooch Perfect doing is representing, a different culture within the grooming community, right? And that's the LGBTQ community. And representation matters, right? Because for anyone who is like maybe 16 years old and thinking, hey, like I want to be a groomer, well, LGBTQ community being represented in that would make them want to become a dog groomer, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, Arissa, because it's like, as a kid, you want to relate to someone not only that looks like you, but also they love like you do. Love is love at the end of the day, no matter what color you are, no matter what gender, you fall in love with. At the end of the day, love is love and love conquers all. And I think that's a great representation for any younger kids out there growing up. If they want to be a dog groomer, I think this is a great platform for especially ABC to show it on national television. I think it's really, really great.
Yeah, 100%. ABC, these two main bitches like commend you. So claps all around to that. Good job. So we're gonna get into it. So the first person. Oh, and so before we get into it, this is another song moment, right? They start off this week's song with the ultimate challenge with Born This Way, and we love Lady Gaga.
Love Gaga. And she's a huge ally in the LGBTQ community.
100%. And like, shout out to Gaga, because I know what just happened to your dogs is extremely traumatic, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. You're probably not listening to our podcast because you're so much bigger than we will ever be. But if you are listening, as my ultimate challenge, maybe we could like create a meat dress for your dogs.
I would love that. Miss Gaga, if you're listening, let Arissa
love that.
Miss Gaga, Queen Gaga, let Arissa and I team up and let's do an ultimate challenge, how we can make your Frenchies into something fabulous. Maybe we could even do an homage to like the Beyonce and the music video Telephone that you did.
Yeah.
I would love that. We could put some like Coke can bottles around, like some fake wigs on the dog. We could just make it look very extra and like very avant-garde, and maybe we could even make one Bradley Cooper, like,
oh my
like
god,
the movie.
That'd be so funny, just putting like a little wig on the other Frenchie.
Yeah, that would be so fabulous.
Holy shit, I'm so down for that. Okay, so our first person that we have up for the ultimate Pride challenge is Risa. And Risa had a dog. Well, her inspiration was like rainbows, obviously, and butterflies and hearts. And she had this adorable, crusty looking Japanese chin. He was so cute. Me and Nadia are just like flat face lovers, and she's a senior lover, but I just love little flat cutie faces. And the only thing I have to say is like the dog was cute, but I just wrote color bomb in my notes because it just kind of looked like kind of just, not well placed color. Just kind of just like,
yeah, it's kind of like color vomit.
Like, here I am.
I agree with you, but that dog, OMG. It was like a black and white. It looked like a Japanese chin or a Pekingese of some sort, but it was an old senior dog. Like it had like little like gray cataracts. It was kind of cloudy, but the tongue was all crusty. I literally wanted to do like a little tongue fling, like.
I do that when a dog's tongue is just like dry and crusty. I kind of do one of these.
Arissa's like flicking the lick up and down.
For those of you that can't see or that are tongue. Listening, I'm like flicking the tongue with my fingers. It's just a dry and just weird like feeling. I don't know. I enjoy it.
One thing I did really like about Rissa's groom is a lot of now we're in an industry like at times where our grooms is art and it's like a storyline as well. We accessorize our dogs, whether it's cute bows or cute bibs or cute collars or bandanas, but she made like the bib part out of fur. She made it look like a butterfly. So the chest part looked like a butterfly. She used some pet safety like hairspray or gel of some sort to make the wingtips a little bit more defined, and I really like that about her dog. But I agree with you, the color placement for me, it just wasn't well executed, but I love the fact that she's just like, look, I'm here to stay, bitches.
Yeah. She's trying to bring that fire. So props to you for that. And next we have Philip. His inspiration was like Lisa Frank and Pegasus. And I was really excited to see where he was going to go with this because I live for Lisa Frank. Like, you know, me and you, Nadia, were both from like the 90s era. So Lisa Frank was huge back then.
Oh, yeah. We had diaries. We had notebooks, our calendars, our binders. Everything was Lisa Frank moment.
I know.
But it's just like if you lived in a Lisa Frank moment, I would expect your dog to also live in that moment as well because you just killed.
Didn't.
Yeah, you just killed my childhood dream. I'm like, this is not Lisa Frank. This is like, yeah. But I was like, what the fuck? You have another white stand poodle again? Like, look, sir, I know you're like a show ringleader or whatever you want to call yourself, but what did you do is give him a Shih Tzu. Give him a different type of coat dog. We know you do standard poodles. We know you can do the Afghan hounds with the coif.
Yeah, with the well, it did. It had the coif, right?
Yeah,
and it just wasn't screaming Lisa Frank to me, right? It had this weird wig on or extensions on the tail, and at first I was really excited about it. I was like, oh wow, this could be like so much fun with the extensions on the tail, but honestly it just looked like a bad synthetic wig on the tail. Like, that dog was just prancing around on the stage with like a head full of synthetic weed, and I was just not feeling it. Like, maybe if you put the same extensions like on the mane, like what you did for Maggie on Hot Dog, like, you know, you actually put a mane on the dog, then it would have looked like a pony. It wouldn't just looked like a dog with a blowout and a fucked up synthetic tail.
I agree. And I love me a good synthetic wig, but hunty, this is $100,000.
You like a synthetic wig.
I mean, sometimes a bitch is on, like, she's bougie on a budget.
She's on a budget.
Exactly. Not all the time we can have that virgin real hair, you know, we have to sometimes save the coins, honey. We got to save the coins. Okay.
At least let it be like maybe like $100 synthetic wig or something.
I agree.
Not one of like the party, not a Party City wig. That was like Party City clown wig.
Yeah, not like a Party City, also Blake suit kind of wig, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So no Party City up in here with Sippin with my bitches. No. But I did love Philip and Josh's story.
Yes.
They're very, course. You know, they're engaged, and then Philip was talking about how his son, Maxwell,
is also trans.
Yeah, that he came out recently this year and he was trans. So I did love that story. I just did not love the execution of that.
Yeah, him and Josh were cute. They're all like smoochy, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And that's cute, and that's amazing for America to see, right? Because it's a different family dynamic that not most of America is used to. So again, it's part of that representation in culture and representation in a working field that we're in. So it's like highlighting a different family dynamic that majority of the country is not used to.
Yes.
So thank you, ABC, for showing that. And thank you to Philip and Josh for being brave and telling your story, because that's amazing.
Maybe next week you will pull through, and I'm hoping something really fabulous. So we'll see.
But who did have a Lisa Frank moment was Adrian.
Yes. So Adrian's color was really pretty. It was like that's what I think of Lisa Frank. Yeah. It's like all the rainbowy color.
The leopard and corporate. But Lisa Frank just wasn't color, it was pattern too.
I agree.
So like Adrian, he incorporated pattern and color into his groom. So that was like, that's way more Lisa Frank than what Philip did.
I agree. And some of the dog had texture in it too, I noticed. Like he probably used some sort of pet safe gel or hairspray.
Yeah.
In the front, there was some texture that was different from the other part of the coat.
I was wondering I wonder if that was intentional or not.
Yeah, but I think it was intentional because a couple of them in the front of the chest it was. Overall, I thought it was a good groom. Was it my favorite? No.
It's kind of like when a pet parent who has a poodle, they're like, I want to see the curly coat, so can you wet it for me? That shit drives me fucking insane.
Yeah, I know.
And like, you know how long it took me to blow out and brush out your dog, and now you're asking me to wet it and recurl it for you just so it'll get fucking matted?
Yeah, not to mention all the hand scissoring that I did that I'm going to have future carpal tunnel on. Yeah, a little bit. It's like, can I get my car wash and now throw some dirt on it?
Yes, that's exactly what it's like.
It's like, what the fuck?
So for pet parents that are asking for me to put water in your dog, that's exactly what it feels like. So don't do it. So Adrian, he had his Lisa Frank moment with his dog.
He did.
And I thought he did really well. Like, there were some parts that were maybe like, especially like they were like bleeding through a little bit, but overall I see him stepping it up. So I appreciate that. There's no more pink. There's no more ombre.
There's no more pom-poms.
There's no more pom-poms. So like, as long as you're trying to push yourself to the best of your ability, especially in a competition for $100,000, like, show me more. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, but I really appreciate the fact you went out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
we did more tie-dye moments.
Yeah,
and
I think a lot of these contestants went out of their comfort zone this week, right? They each shared their own individual stories relating to the topic this week, right?
I just love representation, just people being able to express themselves, who they are, and just really embracing it.
Yeah, 100%. And Adrian as well, he was also sharing his story about coming out to his family and how coming out wasn't even his choice. And I'm like, oh my God, that's really heartbreaking not to be able to tell your own story with your own voice, right?
I know, because he basically got ratted out by somebody in the community. They went and told his mom, and
right.
I was.
Do you want to tell us who that is so we can go roll up on this fool? Like, me and Nadia will roll up on this fool.
We'll pull up. We're like,
yeah.
But Adrian, thank you for sharing your story. Yeah. Also, I really appreciated the eyelashes on there. And
Nadia lives for an eyelash
moment.
I
do. I am the queen of eyelashes. I love it.
They're so long. They're always so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, boo. Tarjay. And so yeah, I love an eyelash moment. And also, pet parents, this is pet safe glue adhesive. Please do not do this at home. And these eyelashes are also specifically made for pets. So please leave this to a professional.
And next we have Macy, who is designing 5 different flags on a dog, which sounds really, really cool. I believe the flags were it was a transgender flag, bisexual flag, non-binary flag. What were the other 2? I'm sorry.
The pansexual flag, and then the rainbow flag to represent everyone as a whole.
Yeah, which I thought was really beautiful. And honestly, her groom was just like really well groomed, well executed. I didn't really have anything bad to say about it, so congratulations, Macy, to that.
Yeah, Macy and Brenna, you definitely brought it this round. Technical wise, it was very difficult to make those crisp lines, especially when you're color blocking. So I really appreciated that. They also did a little heart carve out with the rainbow flag on it. Jorge did mention the heart was kind of bleeding. The color was bleeding a little bit. But overall, I really like this groom. And I also like how they represented the whole community. Yeah.
So congrats to Macy on that. You don't get any flack from us for this week. Next we have Deb and Jordan. Their inspiration was with maybe wings, rainbows. I thought overall it was a really cute groom they did on the dog. Like, the face looked cute. The wings looked really beautiful. It was like these long expanded wings on the body with that like gorgeous rainbow coloring. Overall I just thought it was like a good groom.
I really liked it. It was a very like beautiful and clean groom and creative groom, but I wish they would have added like maybe a little bit of rainbow paws. I just wanted a little bit more. Yeah. But hey, Arissa, I don't know about you, but how do you feel about the storyline with Jordan and Rebel going on?
So that's what I mean. Like, okay, so at this point, like this whole storyline of Jordan hitting on Rebel, like honestly, I think Rebel looks really uncomfortable at this moment. Like she's like feeding in, or maybe like producers are telling her to feed into this storyline. And honestly, at this point, she's like, so Jordan, like I see that you got me a gift and I don't know what to do with this gift. Like, what can a girl do? And I'm like, oh my God, this is so stupid.
And then we have Sweet Deb as a mom. She's like, oh my gosh, I would love to be Rebel's mother-in-law.
Of course you would.
You know, she would be like the mom is like, let's bake cookies and like, let me bring out the baby book to show you what Jordan looked like, what your kids would look like, you know?
I know. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm sure Deb would just appreciate anyone, like, meeting her son, or like her meeting whoever. I'm sure she would be happy if he just brought in a dog. Who knows?
Totally. She would just be 100% supportive on that.
Which is very sweet. But at the end of the day, I'm over the whole Jordan hitting on Rebel thing. Like, can you stop? Because at this point, like, to me, it doesn't seem like Rebel's really enjoying it.
I agree. I'm really tired of that storyline. I'm also really tired of the whole Blake trying to impress Jorge thing. Like, I'm so over it. I'm like, look, who gives a fuck? Just focus on the win. Let's get the $100,000. Like, let's go.
Like, producers, come up with better storylines. Let's see like some more muscles from Gabriel. You know?
Ooh.
What about like a Magic Mike moment with Gabriel?
Bow, 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 bow.
Where he's like, ugh.
Hey,
if you can't
little
see,
Magic Mike moment.
You can't see me, but I'm like grinding my body.
Magic Mike moment.
Yeah, that's it. We would love to see that. How about like we have like a Groomers Gone Wild edition with like Gabriel and Jeremy. Who else? Maybe like Hot Jason from Hot Dog.
Oh yeah, bow chicka wow wow.
Oh my God, that would be a fun show, right?
Oh my gosh,
Groomers Gone Wild.
Yeah, I will get the stripper pole installed. We will get some lighting in here, the fog machine, and you know.
Boom 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 boom.
A ah A.
So yeah, we're gonna make that happen. It's a production coming near you. Groomers Gone Wild. Get your tickets for $5.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
All right. So on to the next. Next, we have Alyssa, who is just breaking down as the minute goes. And I don't mean to be laughing, but girl, I am so sorry that this is happening to you, because either the show is not feeding you or the show is depriving you of sleep. Something is happening to where I'm sorry, girl. You are just breaking down. But I do appreciate what she did. Like, she did something very hard and technical that not many people can do.
I don't think I could even do it. Actually, I learned something new, even for me as like a pet professional. So Alyssa and Justin, they had a Pomeranian, and you know, they wanted to talk about like their story of like struggle of like hiding one true self, and she just wanted the colors to like pop. So instead of making the color from outside in, she did it from inside out to make it more subtle. So there's this one scene where you see she did all the colors, but there's different bandings all around the dog, and I was like, wow, this looks like so much freaking work. I don't even know how she's doing this, especially without making it bleed. Hey, and then Jorge said, you know, the technique, it's really hard to do it, but you nailed it. And Lisa's like, it's so subtle but beautiful. And Lisa made Alyssa run her fingers through the Pomeranian, and you could see in the camera it's just so beautiful peeping through. It's very subtle, but well done, Alyssa. And Justin, you are the rock per usual, always being Alyssa's shoulder to cry on, and just being like, it's okay, honey. You know what? You did the best you can. You killed it, and we're going to make it on the next round, and you're going to shine through, baby girl.
Oh, that's so nice. Next, we have Blake. And he did a different take on how he connects to this challenge, right? And he says he doesn't see rainbows, and what he sees is something completely different, which he was inspired by the Stonewall riots and the civil rights and gay movement. So I was really interested. I'm like, okay, so I understand his messaging. So I was like, oh, I wonder how that's going to be portrayed on the dog, just because there's so much messaging on one canvas, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And one thing that I was scared of, it was like, ooh, I just hope you don't like over message. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I just hope that you're not seeing it so linearly to where like everyone else doesn't get it, right? Because he sees it just one way. So I was really interested to see how like how he would execute that. But I liked how he talked about how he was like a male cheerleader, and I didn't know he was a male cheerleader. So in the beginning, they were doing like kind of like a little like line dancing, and he was doing his running back handspring.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, you got served.
Yeah, but like I was like he must be a cheerleader, because I notice a running back handspring. Honestly, I commend you for still being able to do a running back handspring, because I don't think I've tried to do one since I was 18 years old. And I'm now way too scared to do one. So I used to be a cheerleader.
I didn't know that, bitch. Okay. Yeah. How long were you a cheerleader for?
I was a cheerleader from junior to senior year, but I was a competitive cheerleader. I wasn't a cheerleader for my high school. I was a cheerleader for like a gym. So we did like competitive cheerleading. So what you saw in Bring It On, like, you know, like competitive cheerleading. That was me.
Oh, you would definitely be Gabrielle Union. You'd be a Clover, and I'll be Clover right there with you. It's like, hey, it's cold in here.
It's actually Burr.
Oh, so you're right.
It's cold in here. There must be some Taurus in the atmosphere. I said Burr. It's cold in here. There must be some Taurus in the atmosphere. I said oh. Ice, ice, ice. Oh. Ice, ice, ice. Break it down now. All right, that was a moment. Thank you. I love that for us.
Yeah, you know, okay, real fun fact, and I will go right back into Blake. I was on the dance team. So instead of calling it a dance team in high school, it was called the drill team. And
you were on the drill team.
Yeah. And shout out to West Potomac, West Po in Virginia. So we're the Wolverines. Rawr. Rawr. And then when his dog came out, at first, I was like, what the fuck is that? This is not any of the story that he talked about. I was so confused because one of the legs were black, and the other one was red.
Which is for the No Hate Foundation.
For the No Hate.
But you wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't know that.
If you didn't tell a story.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, okay, this is the part that really puzzles. Yeah. So he had like this like rainbow head of ears, but then it looked like somebody stuck some cotton balls on the end of the ears. Or if you live in the East Coast, it's like your dog, there's like a blizzard outside and your dog goes and sticks his head in the snow. And when he comes out, it's all the icicles of the snows that are like cluttered on there. And I was like, oh my God.
You're right. Yes, it did look like that. My note said, funky ears. Like I didn't know what to think of it. I just said funky ears. And that's what I mean, right? There were just so many pieces of that dog. It was just so scattered, right? Like even with the puzzle, like I loved the story behind it all. Like
I do too.
With the puzzle pieces, like him saying like, you know, that we're all different, and by accepting each other, like, you know, we make something like really beautiful out of it. And I understand the messaging, but I think the overall message is beautiful, but the execution on the dog is really hard to read, because you wouldn't know what is happening on the dog unless you told the story.
I 100% agree with you.
And that's what Jorge was saying. He was like, listen, like, and Dr. Callie Harris was saying, listen, like, I get what you're doing, but I just wouldn't have gotten it if you didn't tell the story. And Jorge made a really good point in saying, I think you were channeling through your pain and not your accomplishments.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And you could just tell on the dog, because I'm sure he was just overwhelmed with emotions trying to tell on the dog. But there was a moment I literally gasped and I was like, oh my gosh, how brave and bravo to you saying this on national TV. Do you want to talk about it, Arissa?
I'll let you take it.
So Blake, he actually said, I'm a 29-year-old proud gay man living with HIV. And I was like, wow, that takes a lot of courage and confidence, because he was saying just because you just made one bad decision, that is not who makes who you are. And I want to like give this to the youth and those who are young out there to know that just because of one bad decision, that doesn't make who you are, and you should be proud of who you are. And yeah, I just thought his story was so powerful and so deep, because the whole time with Blake, I just wasn't a fan the whole time with the arrogance and the cheesy suits and like him trying to impress Jorge. But when he told me, like, all my feelings, it went away, and I just had so much respect for him to do that.
Yeah. And it's just that bravery, right? Because it's like you sharing your story is going to give courage to the next person.
Yeah.
Right. And, and I respect that, because that kind of representation, one, not only is it going to make someone feel less shame.
Yeah.
For going through maybe that same experience that he had. Overall, I do really commemorate Blake for telling his story, and I think it's really powerful, and I think it's brave. And honestly, at the end of the day, like, we all know he is a fabulous groomer, and whether it was represented on the show is like a little unfortunate, because I do think he could have brought it a little more. But at the end of the day, like, what I do appreciate what he brought to the show was like, it was just bringing his true and honest self. He might be extra. He is, he is extra, but he owns being that extra bitch.
And he's going to help someone out there who's going to feel confident and who is struggling. Those who are, HIV positive right now, it's going to help them to have courage and to come out and really live their life freely and unapologetically.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So snaps to that, Blake. And I hope that you are working through all of this. I hope you have like some love and support through this, especially after the TV show, right?
Absolutely.
Because like, you coming out on national television is hard, and I'm sure you have a lot of people reaching out to you, but at the same time, I hope you are getting some kind of support for yourself.
Yeah, and I wish you nothing but the best. I really do.
So lastly, we have Gabriel
and Monty.
Oh my God, y'all, you have to listen. Like, my first note is this bitch. And I don't mean Gabriel. I mean this bitch right here, right next to me. That is to my left.
Literally, I was screaming at the whole time, like at the TV.
Like, I can't even get my notes in about Gabriel because she's like, Gabriel, Monty, blah, blah, blah,
and then, oh my gosh, I just lost my shit when I saw Gabriel and Jeremy's wedding photo. I just literally screamed, and Arissa just stops writing her notes. She just looks at me like, bitch, I'm about to kill you. Like, I'm right here. There's no need for you to be screaming. Like, I'm right here. I'm watching the same thing with you. But I was just so excited. Like, when you just like love your friends so much. It's like literally, okay, not even if they're like my friends. It's just like, oh my gosh, I want them to win so much. It's like a sports team. It's like, I'm going to ride and die for you, bitch. I'm going to fucking have to punch someone out to make sure that I get front row seats and I got your back. I'm a ride or die. But I was so excited. Yeah, I can't even talk right now.
Yeah,
I dreaded that.
obviously she's very excited right now, and I am too. Like, I think that both Gabriel and Jeremy are amazing, and it was a very like sweet moment because we know them, right? Like, we know them, we've hung out with them, and it was just like really cool to see both of their love story being portrayed on screen
on national TV, and they're the most beautiful human beings inside out, and they are so amazing both what they do, so talented
100%.
and amazing.
100%. But what's even more amazing is Gabrielle and his inspiration.
Gabrielle.
Gabriel.
Is that his drag name? Gabrielle. Now coming to the stage on RuPaul's Drag Race, it's Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Onion.
Gabrielle Onion. And honey, she is not the stinky type of onion. She has been caramelized, and she is like a French onion soup, okay?
Oh my God, French onion soup, 100%.
And she is dripping in that money, hunty. Gabrielle Onion is running down the runway so amazing that she is making people cry from her sweet sweat.
You know, everyone just death drops when she just comes near. If you didn't see this, I just death dropped on my couch.
By the way, okay, real quick, if I were to do this challenge, right, I would have loved to do a drag.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. That's what I would have done.
For real?
Shut the fuck up.
Twinning.
I know. I would have done like, I would want, in a perfect world, I would want like a Bichon.
Okay.
Right? A bit like a fluffy Bichon.
Talk to
and
me.
I would give it like a huge afro.
Okay.
But the afro would be a rainbow. So it would be a RuPaul inspired like afro. And like maybe have some bell bottoms for the legs, like make the legs look like actual like jean bell bottoms or something like that.
Come on,
so it'd
disco.
be like, so it'd be a 70s disco drag queen.
Okay.
Love that for her.
Love.
So what would your drag be?
I would definitely have a white fluffy dog, definitely curly wavy coat, and of course the bitch gotta have some eyelashes. I'm gonna put some fake eyeshadow on that's pet safe, you know, above the eyes, nothing near the eyes, guys. We want to be very, very careful with that, pet safe at that. And then I would love to do like a drag opera. Like, could you imagine I've never seen a drag opera, so she would be just extra as
Do
fat.
re mi fa sol la drag.
No, she'd be like Pooch Perfect, like something like that.
God, bitch, that was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was really good.
Thanks, bitch.
That was like good opera. You should be an opera singer.
You know what's so crazy? Actually, okay.
And I don't mean that as like shade. Like, you should
really.
That was really good.
Okay, it was my first time trying that, but I've never been to an opera. But I really would like to get fancy in my couture outfit and go to the opera.
I would.
Yeah, my only two dreams is to go to the opera in couture, or I really want to go to a Nutcracker ballet.
That'd be beautiful. Anyways, so we're back to talking about Gabriel.
Okay.
So we had that little the photo montage of him and Jeremy, which was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talk about what Gabriel's doing. He's like, in my Gabriel voice, I'm going to do the Queen of Pride. And I'm going to do rainbows, but also do black and brown lines for people of color, which I appreciated.
I appreciate it too. And he had this beautiful long full-coated lassa. So beautiful. And I love how he was representing the black and brown lines to really represent for those who sometimes feel like not recognized or seen, and I love that. On top of the rainbows,
100%.
So yeah. And then by the way, bitch, did you see the curls on Gabriel's dog?
I know. I was like, he really went all out on that. What was more amazing than the curls was that bow, though.
Oh my gosh! So he made it like a Lady Gaga hair bow right in the smack dab middle of the dog's head, and it was very avant-garde. That's what I love about Gabriel. He makes everything look so like fresh and cool and modern. And then one of the ears was like hot pink, while the other one was like an icy blue, and the rainbow bow in the center of the dog's hair, it was like green and yellow. And it also had a bow on the midsection too, and with rainbow colored tail. It was just beautiful and curled and fabulous.
Yeah.
So
I just love the movement of the dog. So for those of you not watching, Nadia is showing the actual picture of the dog, but I just love the movement of the dog, it walking on the runway. I just thought it looked really fabulous.
that
And
dog looked rich.
yeah, it just did. I thought he did a really, really great job. And he also had his storyline too, which was he came out when he was 16, and as soon as he came out, his sister came out, and I had no idea about that. And I don't know. I just thought even the interaction that he had with Philip was really amazing.
Oh, yeah, I thought
so
that was
after
really sweet.
so after he told his story, he was like, so like Philip was like, what was your experience? And then, you know, Gabriel saying like there was a point in his life where he like didn't want to be gay, and you know, like for me, like I don't know what that feels like, right? To not want to be yourself. My heart just like goes out to like each and every one of you that are on the TV show and
absolutely.
that has felt that way, even though I might not have like felt the exact same experiences as you have. But me being a Black and Asian woman, I've never felt accepted in either communities. So if I can say anything, it would just be like, I'm here for you. I can understand to a certain degree of not being accepted, but all in all, like, I want you to know that like you are loved. Like there's someone in your life that loves you, and you're valuable, and you're important, and what you're doing is valuable and important. So just I just hope you just know and believe that. And Gabriel, like obviously what you're showing on the show is just so fantastic, and you obviously know that you are a person of value. So I support you, and I honestly give you so many fucking claps and snaps.
That's beautiful, bitch.
Thanks,
That's
bitch.
so bitch. I feel like I have a little tear in my eye.
Oh,
Oh,
I love you. Come here, give me a hug, kiss, hug, kiss. But yeah, so that was Gabriel. And do you have anything else to add to that?
No, girl. You just literally dropped the mic. What can I say more on that?
Okay. And that was really all the contestants, though.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone else. So I'm gonna pass the mic to you, and you're gonna tell us who the winner is.
Okay. And the best in show goes to Philip.
You sound happy about that.
Cool. Like
Cool.
like Arissa said last episode. Cool.
Cool.
Dude, are the judges blind? Like, do I need to get your reading glasses? Like, are you kidding me? There were so many other grooms that I felt like could have been a winner. And Philip and Josh, I am a fan. Like, you guys know I root for you, especially when you bring it. But I just did not feel like they were best in show this week, personally, for me.
Yeah, let's say it on 3 who we think it was.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Gabriel.
Ah, we're both 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Last week we had the same idea. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, and the person that had to go home was
Blake.
Yeah.
I was actually like,
I was a bit shocked. I honestly thought Risa was gonna go home.
Yeah, actually, I knew it was going to be Blake because honestly, I loved his story. I loved this story, but when I saw the dog, I was like, what the fuck is that? I don't get it. Just like how I said about Rissa's, like how a kid drew on the wall. That's how I felt like it was one of those kind of things. It just wasn't executed properly.
Yeah.
But I loved his story. I really commend him for his beautiful story and helping someone out there to relate to his story and who's struggling out there. But all in all, like, I mean, it's never a good feeling to go home.
No, it's not.
Especially when you
pour yourself out.
Yeah, you're so vulnerable to.
Yeah. When you pour yourself out there like that, and of course that's really hard. And same like with T last week, right?
Yeah,
she was really talking about like her experience with her father and how she was celebrating him in that episode, and to go home on that episode. So is that a thing, judges? Like, do the contestants need to like break down and then you go, well, bye.
Basically, I know, right? They all like are showing their vulnerability, and it's like, you get to go home now. Ta-ta.
Next week, we have a glow in the dark episode, which is very interesting. I hope they talk about how they do that because I've never had a dog glow in the dark before. And I just hope it's not something that PETA is going to go after them for.
Yeah. And I just want to mention real quick before we hop off, we saw some curling irons today. We saw them doing a little bit like chalk with like a pen. There were some things what we said last week. I wish they would have just said this is pet safe.
Yeah.
It's vegan based. It's used by professionals only. So please do not do this at home. I cannot stress that enough. But I can't wait to see the glow in the dark challenge, and especially the couture, the
Met
gala.
Gala.
Yeah, exactly.
Duh.
Yeah, to the tens, to the death drop. I can't wait to see next week's episode, and I'm actually really okay. This sounds fucked up, bitch. It's like I love seeing the winner every week, but I want to see who goes home next week.
Oh, of course. Of course.
So they better fucking bring their A game.
That's part of the fun, right? Is seeing who goes home.
It is.
Yeah. Especially like when they get to the top threes, that's when it's like the nitty gritties.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, which one of the best are going to go home?
Definitely Team Gabriel Monty, period. Because that's all I'm looking for.
We're gonna do draft picks.
Okay.
Draft picks. Who are your top three?
Who I think is going to make it?
Who's going to make it to the top three final?
Okay, can you go first while I gather my thoughts?
So I think it will be Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, Alyssa, Macy.
Alyssa, Macy. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Damn, there's so many contestants. I almost forgot. Okay, so I think it will be Gabriel, Alyssa, and Philip.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see I can see Philip and Macy maybe duking it out.
Yeah, I agree because I was like, oh, I wanted to say Macy, but Deb and Jordan, they're really good too, but they're like hit or miss. They have good concept, but it's the execution. But yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Either way, we'll see you next week, bitches. We'll cheers to you. Maybe you can tell us what you want us to drink next week.
Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be really fun.
So when you're listening to this, go on our Instagram and comment on our most recent picture and tell us like what you want us to drink next, and we'll make that happen.
Yeah, so
I
do too. Go to Sippin with my bitches and then write in the comment section what you want us to drink. Yeah. And also I want to cheers and make a toast to everyone who is in the LGBTQ plus community, or anyone who doesn't feel like they don't belong or that are not accepted. You're all individually beautiful, unique, and loved, seen, and this is for you guys.
And we'll accept you.
Exactly.
We will. Come on to our website. We love you and accept you, and just thank you guys, and see you next week, and happy sippin' bitches. Love you.
Love you.